What we know is that successful people expect it to be hard. They do. They expect to hear disappointment and no and rejection. They're just like you and I. They start off with a great adrenaline rush about a new idea, but they expect to have those ideas shot down, and they expect to hear no. So there's 6 children, 10 years apart between us. So there was Janice, Ann, Joan, Jim, Don, and Gary. And when my father came home at night, we waited, very excited, because my father would line up puzzles right in front of us that were appropriate for our age. And little did I know, but in a way, he stacked the deck so that 1 time out of 6, I would win. So what I learned was that 5 times out of the 6, I would not. But the point wasn't to win every time. The point was not to give up. Successful people, the people that you envy, never give up. In fact, most of the time, maybe you'll recognize this, the doctor is standing to the side, looking at the chart and asking questions and turning this direction. The parent thought that you spent much less time with her than in reality you had. So instead, when the doctor pulled out a chair, made sure that he was at the same height as the parent, had the exact same discussion, but was kneesy to kneesy, shoulders lined up, that parent reported that he or she, the physician, had spent 3 times the amount of time with her than previously thought. What we know is that 80% of the people that are fired or lose their jobs did not lose because of lack of competency for what they were hired for, but instead, it was their lack of likability. What happens is we're the most comfortable with people just like us. So oftentimes I'm brought into corporations to speak about etiquette. Well, etiquette means something different to each of us. I think most of us would agree that we never really want to make our client wrong, but sometimes that can be a challenge. I was once in a dental office when a patient who was recommended to have some braces told the doctor point blank, "I'm too old for braces." 3 of the most powerful words that you can use, both professionally and personally, are the words, "I'm sorry." What's even more powerful is if you say, "I'm really sorry," or "so sorry." Now, the words "I love you" are the most famous 3 words, but in everyday life, I think you're going to get a lot more opportunity to say the word "I'm sorry." I recently had a 34-year entrepreneur, college grad, ready to move into his father's business, and he felt that instead of being charismatic, he was in fact often pushing people away, and he wanted to know what that was and how could he fix it. So I actually taped that conversation. And when he was able to listen to himself, he said, "I'm a whiner." And I asked him, "How would you describe those years differently?" And he actually could not.